Hi everybody, this is Darice Rene of extracomplicated.com, and I am here today interviewing Ms. Rochelle of dominiquesbest.com, and she's someone that I've known for several years, one of the best women that I have ever met in my professional career, and she's going to share some things with us today in my first interview series called What's in Your Purse, okay?
Okay.
So I have Rochelle here because she is one of these people that you meet that is just absolutely riveting in her personality. She is a giver like most of you who are out there. She is, holding a lot of different titles, and she's someone that I can call on when I have any kind of issue, personal or otherwise. And she's just one of those give it to you straight type of girlfriends. She's positive, she's uplifting, and most of all, she's motivating. So first question for you.
Okay.
Tell us who you are in your own words.
Oh, wow. How long do you have, first of all? Well, Darice, first of all, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a business owner. I'm involved in a lot of community activities. I'm just everywhere where I can really support, and I just love that. And I've grown over the decades, so I'm grateful for that too.
Very good. Who do you take care of?
Oh, wow. Well, who do I take care of now? I'm an empty nester. But actually, I take care of myself and take care of my husband. I've learned over the years, I didn't always do this. I used to just put myself somewhere on the back burner. But over the years, I've learned that I had to move myself up, and when I moved myself up on the task list, I think everybody benefits.
All right.
All right.
All right. Now, what do you do at Dominique's Enterprises, and why do you do it?
Oh, wow, twofold question.
Yep.
Well, I'm into health and wellness. I am a certified massage therapist. Actually, this is my 20th year, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm really into taking care of people, on the physical level, of course, mental and spiritual. I think all that kind of works together, but four of my most, I would say, inspiring things that I do is the fact that I'm an inspirational public speaker. I also do a lot of talking to people about their health, because I believe before you can do anything, health is real important. And one of my taglines is the best wealth is good health. And I also make my own natural hair and body care products. And one of my things I'm working on now is that I'm writing a book.
Ooh.
All right.
Can you share the name of your book?
Well, not yet. Not yet.
All right.
More to come soon.
All right. Now, you told us a little bit of your why through that answer, but I want to actually take a step back.
Okay.
And how did you get here?
How did I get here? Okay. Well, I used to work in corporate America, help them to make millions and millions of dollars, and that was great. But I think when my husband and I, we were just like two ships in the night. He was doing his thing, I was on the road a lot, and I just remember praying for a new direction. And I said at the time, when I get my answer, I will be obedient to it. So I just thought, if I made millions for other people, just being on their, as needed, basis, I figured that I can make just a few dollars for myself. And that has been so helpful. And I haven't taken any of that for granted, because I think it was all necessary for this journey. So I had to come out of that whole rat race. And for people that are at corporate America, I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying I just put a whole lot into it, and I knew that my family was suffering, and I just came to that realization.
And
so
you've been working for yourself for exactly how many years?
Well, it's coming up on the 20th year.
20
years.
Yeah,
20 years.
No looking back, no backtracking, no I'm going to go try this for a little bit of time and come back over here.
No, not really. I mean, the flesh is always kind of, competing.
Sure.
But I think overall, just a peace of mind. I think I have a lot of apathy for people that that's trying to balance that whole career thing, being a wife and mom, just a lot of things that we juggle. But I also realized, Darice, along the way that we can live off of so much less. And, so that's why I'm here. I'm just, and I feel better because I've lived on both sides of the coin.
Okay.
And I think this here has kept my sanity the most.
All right. So one of the things that a lot of the readers at extracomplicated.com and people who follow me online deal with is they have to deal with life, and they have to deal with, you've mentioned it before, having to balance, responsibilities over here and over there, and then they go and sign up for that extra stuff that they didn't even have to do. And some of us find ourselves, overwhelmed and, stressed out and looking for help, and sometimes in the wrong places. I want to ask you about a tricky situation in terms of balancing your life that you've had to deal with and how you dealt with it.
Wow. I think I just learned to kind of listen to people around me, most importantly my daughter. I think I was so hurried doing things, and I just really wasn't just being very present. And that's one of the things I'm talking about in my book. I mean, I think as women, I'm not excluding men, I think we were so busy, but are we being effective?
Right.
So I think that's one of the things I really try to just learn how, or give myself permission to be more in the present. So I had to kind of, balance that thing. But, I think we get signs along the way all the time. But we just keep pushing past it. We get signs from our health that we need to check in. We get signs from loved ones that, hey, we going a mile a minute. So, we just have to sometimes just be still. I love that phrase, be still and know. If you ever want to know anything about your life, just try being still.
Okay. But that's easier said than done.
Yes, exactly.
So you're talking to someone who rushed over here from work, who will leave here and go pick up her son.
Right.
Then she's got to do her weekly grocery shopping and then go home and cook the food. And then, right. And at some point I wanted to read today. Okay. Not to mention edit this video.
Right.
So for somebody like me who is in the thick of it, who doesn't see an end in sight unless she schedules it, you're talking about being present.
Right.
I'm 15 steps ahead, or I fall back 2 steps. What do you say to somebody like that?
Well, I think one thing I would say to somebody like that is that you have to take a pause. I mean, because at any given moment, you can just really just be too exhausted. When you start looking at the fruits of all this running around and you see it's not there, I mean, it's time to probably give yourself a timeout. But I will say this, I didn't get like this overnight. It took some time, but I started to start listening to my life, because as my life started saying, you're not present, you're too rushed. It started saying you can't sleep. So there are some really good signs. Take yourself a nice bubble bath and just be still. You'll be surprised what your life will say to you. But we have to be obedient to listen to it. But again, it took a while. But I had to start being around some like-minded people. People that, that I met along the way that had more of a calmer life, but they still had wonderful fruits manifested in their lives. And I'm like, okay, so you don't have to rush through everything. So that's one of the things, just trying to bring it down a little bit.
That's good. That's good. So since you're in this Zen place
Okay.
where you've learned to be present,
Right.
Tell me how you deal with things when they're not going your way.
Okay.
You know, life throws you a curveball. How does Rochelle respond?
Well, what I usually try to do is that I just sit still again and I pray. Because life will throw you things that, it doesn't care about your schedule.
Absolutely.
It doesn't check with each other. I had something recently, the car broke down, the microwave went down, just all kinds of things. My daughter was calling, but I had to just go to my quiet space. And so that's priceless, just to be able to just do that. So you have to check in with yourself. That's what I've learned along the way.
I like that, and I'm thinking about the number of women that would work for, and I'm wondering, as you made this transition, you've got husband, you've got daughter, was there some family meeting that you called and said, hey, y'all, I'm going to stop doing this the way I've been doing it? Like, how did you handle that with those people who obviously, were used to you pouring in X, and you decided, hey, I'm gonna start taking some chills and take care of myself? What did that look like?
Well, but, it didn't happen overnight, Darice. What it looked like is that I think people that really love you, they really want the best for you. But they don't necessarily know how to go about it. You are the captain of your own ship. And I had to just start putting myself in the equation. I had a period in my life when I was waiting for somebody to say, hey, Rochelle, it's your turn. Come on here, girl. And I'm like, why do I need other people to say that? I can say that for myself. And another thing I'd just like to share real quickly, growing up, my mother was like me on steroids, just doing everything for everybody. And I never seen her really take the time to enjoy. She made all these wonderful meals. She was a great cook, but she's standing up in the kitchen by the stove, just having a fork full of food while everybody else is grazing, literally. Yeah. And I just watched that, and I just made a mental checklist as I started growing up. I don't want that. I don't want that. So I took the things I really wanted on my journey, but a lot of things I didn't want. And I just don't make any excuses for it. Okay. And and with me having a daughter, I just don't want to just tell my daughter, hey, this is how you should be. I want her to be able to look at me as an example. So.
Very powerful.
Well, that's how I got here.
Very powerful.
Thank you.
So, Rochelle, as we close up, tell our watchers and our listeners where they can find you online and how they can connect with you. Okay.
Well, I appreciate that, Darice. You can always go to my website, which is www.dominiquesbest, that's BEST.com. Also, too, please hook up with this wonderful lady, too, because I'm sure if you connect with Darice, she'll get, help you to get contacted with me. But look for my book real soon on Amazon.com. So I'm just real excited to be part of this wonderful journey that we're all trying to experience along the way.
Very good, very good. Okay, last question.
Uh-oh.
What's in your purse?
Oh, my.
Yes. What's in your purse?
What's not in my purse? That'd probably be simpler. Well, I got a protein bar.
Okay.
I also got an apple. Because just in case, when I leave here, I'm trying to be mindful of my health. And a lot of times when I'm just, don't have anything to nibble on, then I'm just grabbing fast food. So
you really actually walk the talk. She's a wellness expert with a protein bar and an apple in her purse. Yeah. You win. You win. All right, what else?
Oh boy, let's see here. Well, let's see here. I do have my lipstick. Gotta have that. My girl stuff. Let's see here. I'm trying to think what else. What else do I have?
Anything else out of the ordinary that you wouldn't find in everybody else's purse?
Well, I don't know how many people carry apples in their purses, but let's see here. I don't know. I think that's probably what top end.
All right. I'll accept that. So I want to thank Rochelle for being here and for sharing her time and her gifts with us all. Please connect with her. She's on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter.
She's on Facebook.
I'm there too.
What about Instagram?
I'm on Instagram.
And what am I missing?
Oh my, let's see. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm under the business name of Dominique's Enterprise or Dominique's Best for the website. Okay. But I'm hanging around with cool women like this. That's younger that understand all this social media stuff. But that's one thing you have to sometimes just team up with some good people, and I must say you're a great young lady. So make sure you support her, okay? Not only just being a viewer, but also, monetarily, because a lot of times we say, what happened to so-and-so? We need to learn how to pour into
Thank you.
into vessels where people are doing something well. So.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
All right.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,